The Minnesota Vikings are facing a massive risk that could derail the entire 2026 season before it even begins. With the draft just days away, the pressure on our front office is reaching a breaking point. We have critical gaps that must be filled, and if we miss on these early picks, the consequences will be devastating for years to come. I've been watching this team closely as an insider, and the tension in the building is real. You need to stay informed about these moves. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay ahead of every major update. Kenyon Sadiq is the name that every Vikings fan needs to start thinking about as we approach the 18th overall pick. This young man is a tight end from Oregon, and while we already have some talent at that position, he represents a major opportunity for our future. Why would we look at a tight end right now? Well, the situation is simpler than it looks on the surface. Our current star, T.J. Hockenson, is only under contract for one more season. After that, he could leave as a free agent. If he leaves, we have a massive hole in our offense that would be very hard to fill. This is why Kenyon Sadiq matters so much to our team right now. He is a huge athlete who can run past defenders and catch the ball with ease. He is also strong enough to help our offensive line by blocking big defenders. By drafting him now, we ensure that our quarterback always has a reliable target to throw to in the future. We cannot afford to wait until we are desperate. If we wait until Hockenson is already gone, we lose our leverage. This young player could spend a year learning our system while playing in special packages. Then, when the time comes, he can step in and become a full-time starter. It is a smart way to build a team that stays competitive year after year. Some people might say we should focus on other positions like the defensive line or the secondary. However, having a dominant tight end is a secret weapon in today's game. It makes the job much easier for our head coach, Kevin O'Connell. He loves to use tight ends to create mismatches against slower linebackers. This young man from Oregon fits that mold perfectly. He is fast, he is strong, and he is ready to compete at the highest level. We are looking at a player who can help us win games immediately and provide security for the long term. This is about making sure we don't take a step backward when our veterans move on. The draft is about looking ahead, and this young man is a clear look into a bright future for our offense. We need to be prepared for every scenario, and having a talent like this available at 18 is something we simply cannot ignore. Caleb Downs is another name that has been generating a lot of excitement behind the scenes lately. This young safety is one of the most impressive defensive prospects we have seen in quite some time. He is the kind of player who can change the entire look of a defense just by being on the field. Our defensive coordinator, Brian Flores, is known for his aggressive and complicated schemes. He needs players who are smart enough to understand their roles and fast enough to cover a lot of ground. This young safety fits that description perfectly. He is a natural leader on the field and always seems to be in the right place at the right time. When you watch him play, you see a player who is incredibly disciplined. He doesn't make many mistakes, and he is a very reliable tackler in open space. That is exactly what our defense needs to prevent big plays from happening. There is some talk that he might slide down the draft board a little bit. If he falls past the top 10 picks, our front office might consider making a big move to go get him. Moving up in the draft is always a risk because it costs a lot of valuable picks. But for a player like this young safety, the price might be worth it. He has the potential to become an all-pro player very early in his career. Imagine him roaming the back of our secondary and taking away the deep pass from our rivals. It would make our entire team much harder to beat. He is not just a hard hitter. He is also great at reading the quarterback's eyes and intercepting the ball. Having a playmaker like that changes how other teams have to play against us. They have to be more careful, which gives our pass rushers more time to get to the quarterback. This young safety is a perfect fit for the culture we are trying to build here in Minnesota. He is hardworking, humble, and dedicated to his craft. Even though safety is not our biggest need, you don't pass on a generational talent if you have a chance to get him. This is the kind of move that turns a good defense into a great one. We need to be bold if we want to get back to the top. This draft is important because it will determine if we can actually win more games this year. We are at a crossroads where every decision could lead us to glory or leave us stuck in the middle of the pack. When we talk about these young players, we are really talking about our ability to compete with the best teams in the league. If we get this right, we will have a roster that can win the division and make a deep run in the playoffs. If we get it wrong, we will be watching the postseason from our couches again. It is that simple. We need players who can come in and help us win right now. We cannot afford to spend high picks on players who will take 3 or 4 years to develop. Our window to win is open, and we need to take advantage of it while we can. Adding a dynamic target for our quarterback means we will score more points. Scoring more points means our defense can play with a lead and take more risks. It all works together to create a winning environment. On the other side of the ball, adding a star in the secondary means we won't give up as many easy touchdowns. This helps our team stay in games even when the offense is having a tough day. We want to avoid the situation where we are constantly playing from behind and forcing our players to take unnecessary risks. Direct consequences are what matter most to us as fans. We want to see our team holding up a trophy at the end of the season. To do that, we need a talent infusion that addresses our most critical areas. This draft gives us the chance to fix our problems and build a foundation that lasts. We are looking for guys who have the heart and the skills to succeed under pressure. The stakes are incredibly high for everyone involved, from the general manager to the head coach. They know that their jobs depend on finding the right players to lead us forward. We are all hoping for the best, but we have to be realistic about the challenges ahead. Winning in this league is never easy, but making the right moves in the draft is the first step toward a successful season. We are ready to see this team take that next step toward greatness. Let us look at the best-case scenario for our beloved team. If we manage to land a star like the young tight end from Oregon, our offense becomes a nightmare for every team we face. We would have 2 elite targets at that position, making it impossible for defenders to cover everyone. Our quarterback would always have an open man, and our scoring would go through the roof. This would lead to more wins, a division title, and a real chance to play in the big game. The energy in the stadium would be electric every single Sunday. Fans would be proud to wear their purple jerseys, knowing that we have a team that can beat anyone. It is a beautiful vision of what our future could look like if everything goes right. But we also have to consider the worst-case scenario. What if we use our top pick on a player who doesn't pan out? If this young prospect fails to adapt to the professional game, we have wasted a golden opportunity. We would still have the same holes in our roster, but we would have fewer picks to fix them. Our rivals would get stronger while we stay the same or get worse. This could lead to a losing season and a lot of frustration for everyone who loves this team. We don't want to see another year where we fall short of our goals because we didn't have enough talent. The tension is building as we get closer to the big day. Every mock draft and every rumor makes us feel more anxious about what will happen. We know that one phone call can change the course of our franchise for the next decade. That is the beauty and the pain of being a football fan. We care so much because we want to see our team succeed. We want to feel that joy of winning and the pride of being the best. The risk of failure is always there, lurking in the shadows, but the reward of success is so much greater. We are all waiting with bated breath to see which path our team will take. Will we make the smart, safe move, or will we take a big swing and go for the home run? Only time will tell, but the suspense is almost too much to handle. We are standing on the edge of a new era. In the end, the choice comes down to how much risk we are willing to take for a championship. We have seen what happens when this team plays it too safe, and we have seen the excitement of big moves. The upcoming draft is our chance to redefine who we are as a franchise. I believe that adding a versatile playmaker like the young man from Oregon is the right move for our future. It protects us from losing a star veteran and gives us a weapon that coaches dream about. But I want to know what you think about this strategy. Be honest with me. Would you feel comfortable using a first-round pick on a tight end when we have so many other needs on defense? Or would you rather see us trade up for a star safety to lead our secondary? Your opinion matters because you are the heart of this team. Please leave a comment below and share your thoughts with the rest of the community. Also, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. We have a lot more draft coverage coming your way very soon. Let's get through this together.